Welcome to Breakfast with Bernie, filmed live at my First Bank studio, brought to you by Papa John's. This morning I'd like to talk about, in my opinion, the most important thing that happened on the Cardinals 3-8 road trip. But first, here's an early reminder. Every time the Cardinals win a game, you'll receive 40% off the regular menu priced items the next day on orders placed at papajohns.com. Like today, enter the promo code CARDSWIN. And as always, 10% of your order sale price goes to the Siteman Cancer Center. All right, as the Cardinals return home, they got to be fired up by what they're seeing from Matt Holliday and David Freese. Two guys who are essential to this team that were having down years. Now, Holliday returned from the disabled list and batted .359 with 4 doubles and 6 runs batted in during the road trip. Freese's slugging percentage had dropped to a weak .367. Then he got hot during the final 4 games of the trip. Freese went 7 for 14 with 4 doubles, a homer, and 7 runs driven in. If Freese can keep this going, he'll finish strong and he'll make a case for being a big part of this team next year. Hey, Holliday and Freese are capable of elevating this lineup by getting on a roll at the same time. And with Yadi Molina sidelined by the knee injury, the Cardinals need more contributions from Holliday and Freese. You know, this may sound crazy, but I believe Holliday will actually benefit from his time on the DL. You know, some athletes sign the big contracts, then they get comfortable, they go on cruise control. Holliday's the exact opposite. He got the big deal and works even harder now than he did before. Holliday's a real workout fiend, always pushing himself in the weight room before games. He also takes some of the most strenuous batting practice that I think I've ever seen. I actually think Holliday overdoes it at times. Look, he means very well, but he's 33 years old and he can't be wearing himself out. And that's why I think that 15-day DL breather may have freshened him up a bit. As for Freese, his drop in power has been disturbing, but near the end of the trip, we saw some positive signs. Freese is at his best when he's really finishing through on his swings. And he's also at his best when he's driving those outside pitches into the right center gap or to right field. Freese had that working for him over the weekend in Cincinnati. It was the best that he's looked all year, at least I think. The Cardinals managed to lead the National League in runs despite the inconsistencies of Holliday and Freese. So now imagine what kind of damage the Cardinals can do if Holliday and Freese were confident and consistent until the end of the season. It could make the difference between winning the division or settling for a wild card. Yes, I really do believe Holliday and Freese are that important. Thanks to Papa John's. So long from the First Bank studio, and we'll see you tomorrow on STLtoday.com.